My mind is made up. I'm on my way up. I'm gonna hold my head up. Going home to meet my Lord. Yes, my mind is made up. I'm on my way up. I'm gonna hold my head up. Going home to meet the Lord. This is a Soljah podcast today. Mind over motion. Hello. Happy Thursday. It is time for another Soljah podcast. This is the Soljah Project. We are an organization that was developed to help our families, our friends, our community, ourselves, and the world deal with physical, mental, spiritual, and economic development. So today's podcast is Mind over Motion. Okay? What I'm saying is this: we have to get our mind right in order to motion ourselves upward. We're going to get back to that mind and order lately. Remember those words, mind and order. Today, we will discuss the mind, being conscious and unconscious. We will also discuss motion. What is your direction? You are always in motion with your thoughts to the blood pumping through your veins. We will talk about examples of external forces that change your direction, your motion. This morning, I asked, no, not this morning. I thought about it this morning, but yesterday evening, I asked my 15-year-old daughter, what is the mind? She said, thinking. My husband then replied, consciousness. So I read them the definition since they were both right. Mind is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought. Remember that word, thought. So they were both right. Being aware of the world, or as some call it today, being woke, is a state of consciousness. When you are conscious, you can move. You are awake. You are aware of what you need to do. Unconscious, you're asleep, unaware, can't move voluntarily, but you're actually moving involuntarily. I asked my husband about this, and he said, basically, when you're unconscious, it's like you are programmed to society, and you're just going along with anything because you don't have any knowledge. And he also referred to an unconscious mind as a hamster on a wheel going nowhere. A hamster on a wheel going nowhere. Rotary, remember that. Conscious. Let's talk about that more. The person is aware, knowledgeable, and can move wherever they desire. So the mind is over motion in my book because the mind is a powerful tool that controls thought, which is in motion. According to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, thought travels approximately 20 billion miles per second. thought. So a powerful mind can motion a person to outer space, to another planet, because it moves so fast. So that's powerful, that thought moves that fast. And thought is a part of the mind. So how can we get woke? How can we help our mind wake up and have consciousness? Daily striving to read every day. I got this from Brother Nuri Muhammad. He did a lecture that talked about doing these things daily, which was reading, praying, and exercising. And I threw in and eating right. Doing these things daily will help wake up your mind. You just think about reading and studying and obtaining knowledge through reading and studying. You can read and study better if you ate the right foods and slept right. So eating right goes along with that. But when you read and understand what you read and begin to study, then you are waking up the mind, because you are exercising the mind, the brain, to have to think. And thoughts, thinking travels what? Approximately 24 billion miles per second. So, it's important to feed the mind daily and read good things. Prayer helps you separate yourself from the world and focus on your higher self and a higher power of God, Allah. When you're praying and meditating, you're able to clear those bad thoughts and focus on good thoughts that are elevated, that's moving you upward, okay? And exercise, doing some type of form of exercise daily, get yourself moving, physically pushing yourself to do exercise will also help your mind. And of course, eating right. We already talked about that. Eating right helps you not be shaky so you can think. You know what I mean? Helps you not be full of anxiety so you can think. Helps you not be depressed so you can think. So all these things play a part in becoming woke in the mind. So we think about the mind having knowledge. People perish from a lack of what? Knowledge. When I looked up the word perish, we know perish means what? Fade away, die. Well, I looked up the word, and the definition says to die in a violent, sudden, or untimely manner. Wow. How many times do you hear us saying, boy, the sister, she was too young to have diabetes. She died. Or, man, the brother, he got shot down, or he's locked away in prison for years for shooting somebody. Violence. Lack of knowledge. Sleep. Unconscious. Not aware of their surroundings. So when you get knowledge, and man, we can't get into, lectures that I've heard, the knowledge of God, but you can look up on the Nation of Islam Facebook page, website, and you can look for the lecture, the knowledge of God. But having a knowledge, being woke of God and who you are will help you be aware of everything. So that will keep you from being sick with diabetes because you will um, take the guidance. It will keep you from killing somebody and probably being the person getting killed because you take the guidance of things that help wake up your mind. You become conscious. So again, the steps help your mind absorb knowledge and wakes it up. So reading, studying, eating right, exercising, praying help you. Now let's move on to motion. This is really getting good here. Motion is a directional movement that is always going unless an external force changes its direction. We will compare us today with the linear movement, which is linear, and the rotary movement, up, down, and a circle. Now, we already discussed the rotary movement earlier when we talked about the unconscious mind moving or going in a motion as a hamster on a hamster wheel. They ain't going nowhere, just going in a circle, but they ain't going anywhere. So now linear, that's more on the conscious level, which is the direction up or down, which is basically your choice to do right or wrong with the knowledge. Once you are knowledgeable, when you know who God is, you also will know who the devil is. And so you make a choice of the linear motion because you're always in motion. Look, you're always in motion. Things, external forces may be pulling you. You see that McDevil's over there and it's pulling you downward, but you're in motion of knowledge of knowing you don't need that and you're going up, but it's pulling you. So you always in motion. But if you study, if you eat right, fast, pray, exercise, then you can help your motion to go in the linear upward direction because you stay woke and conscious. In a good, conscious and understand and choose the right direction, which is the direction that God created us to go in. So we talked about the mind being conscious and unconscious. We discussed the motions and the different directions. We discussed linear and rotary because that has to do with us and our motion. We discussed external forces that can basically stop the direction that we're going in, even though we're always constantly in motion. It could change it, like the things of the world. So we discussed that. And we discussed perishing from a lack of knowledge and how we can get woke and how we can feed our minds and stay conscious. So I will end this with that gospel song, My Mind is Made Up. I'm on my way up. I'm going to hold my head up. I'm going home to meet my Lord. It don't say my mind is made down. I'm on my way down. Gonna hold my head down. I'm going down to meet my Lord. But that is what our actions say sometimes. So let's let our actions do what we say about going up. My mind is made up, and I'm on my way up. I'm gonna hold my head up. I'm going home to meet my Lord. All right. So, mind over motion. And let me end with this testimony. Today it was raining. This was my 5th day of running a mile. I've been running a mile every morning, and I am attempting to do 5 days a week, and I did it. This morning it was raining, and I was like, am I going to be able to run? Well, I went outside and I stood in the rain and I said, hey, it's mind over motion. You're always in motion. Do you want to be sitting on the couch, or do you want to be out there running, completing what you need to do this week? And so in the rain, and I've never done that like that before. I've ran in the rain, but I got caught in the rain. I didn't start in the rain. So I started in the rain, completed that mile today, and so I'm done with my 5th day. Yes, all praises be to Allah. My mind is made up. I'm on my way up. Yes, I'm on my way up to getting healthier, to being stronger, so that I can be an example for others. I'm going to hold my head up. Yes, my head will be held up today. I won't feel down because I completed a task. Okay? I'm going home. I'm going home. Up to meet my Lord. Thank you for tuning in to another Soljah podcast.